Alright, hello. Got a little interview with a new fish I got. A thredfin butterfly, or Aruga butterfly, you call it. He is in 30Q for quarantine before I put him in my 46 sea clear acrylic tank, both fronts. Yes, I do have blue devils with him. I was kind of nervous having them with him because they were the worst. Blue devils, let's just say that blue devils are a pain in the ass. They will rip on tons of fish. They will nip at fins. They will cause some big damage. But it seems that my butterfly actually is challenging them. He doesn't like get into serious fights, but he doesn't get picked on by them. He seems to be doing fine. He's a little guy. He's I gotta say around 2 inches, maybe 1 inch. He's a small little guy, but looks pretty good. Healthy, very healthy little guy. I'll show you the bigger tank. Let me show you the bigger tank. Yeah. Bigger tank. Got sailfin, pairs, grasses, 2 yellow-tailed damsels, pygmy angels, and there's a clown in here, Chupacula. I have a coral light right here. Burns a lot of electricity, don't recommend it. But I got a lot of coral and everything in here, crushed rock. And then there's a fake one down there. That's the tank he's gonna go in soon after quarantine. But it should be fine. I'll get back to my room. Okay. And back in my room again. Well, he is an awesome little guy. Very curious. He has picked off all the little, they're not hydras. I think they're like dust feather worms or whatever. They just naturally grew out of the macroalgae. And those of you who have a hard time keeping fish, I'm going to recommend you this. If you're at a local fish store, for a column of every 6 fish tank should run it in one system. Usually at a Petco, PetSmart, or most other fish places run at least every 6 to 8, maybe even the 12 fish tanks that are put together into one column, but like separate, but like put together to be like side by side and stacked up on the sides. Yeah, you're gonna have to look at all of them. Look at every fish, make sure, pay close attention to them. If you do see fish with ick or any signs of ick, I recommend you don't get any fish out of that system. And if there's a fish that you want that's in the system but is in a separate tank from the sickness, it's still gonna get the sickness because of the system that it's in. It's in the same system. But if he looks like he's doing really good, really strong, which is this guy is. He was actually I did the stupid thing, which I did not recommend. But I saved him from a little hippo tang that was actually beating the crap out of him. Whatever. I don't know if the sailfin will like him, but he seems pretty small. If you do see him, if it's like a strong fish out of that system, even though it's got, if the sickness is running through, and he looks really strong and his belly's plump and he looks like he's been eating, then grab him. But I recommend you put him in a quarantine system that is fully established, like this tank is. This is fully established. It has got the macroalgae on top. It is growing actually a mushroom different from these ones down here. It's a different type of mushroom. It's got the macroalgae. It's got the little feather worms that naturally grew. This is just a piece of live rock I bought. And then the other live rock was actually dead that I found in my basement. Old live rock from other tanks. 10-year-old live rock that was pretty old, but it spreads because of the pores and stuff inside of it. And sometimes even the dead skeletal corals that were in it, that used to be in it, will help establish the tank, but it's not gonna do anything really fast. That live sand stuff, it does not cycle it that fast. Trust me, it does not work. You just have to wait probably 4 weeks to 6 weeks to fully establish a tank and have a butterfly like this. Would take about 6 months. 6 months, yeah. This tank was actually previously swapped over from, I had a 14 BioCube and I was going to give that to another person. So I swapped out all the sand, all the pads and stuff, bio balls, into here. So 14 divided by 30 plus distribution. So this is probably actually really a 20-gallon tank because the distribution from the rock in here plus the sand. So you're talking around 20 gallons. It says it's 30, but it's not. It's just because of the distribution by the heater, the fish, all that, rocks, corals. It's really just the 20-gallon. It's probably just a 20-gallon tank, which gives it a lot more. It's got a lot more bio balls, adding a lot more surface area, increasing the surface the bio capacity. But before I had my sailfin tank in here for quarantine, I had a true percula clown. Now this clown right here is just an Ocellaris that I swapped out from a bigger tank because he was beating up on him. Did not know that. It said in the store that it was a true percula. I was easily fooled on that. Do not get fooled. But others less that I've had. I actually had a hippo tang. I was trying to keep one, and it died because I had too many fish and it overloaded the bio load, which is not a good thing. Even with bio balls, you still can't have that great amount of capacity for fish. But the key to success is make sure that every 6 tanks in a column, they run by system. They do good, and if everything is good, get one. If a lot of people, a lot of fish are sick and they're flicking, and you see one of these guys and he's flicking, don't recommend to get it. But if he looks good, he's really strong, he's just moving around a lot like this, curious, looking around, pecking around at for food, and his belly's plump, then maybe you can get him as long as you have a nice quarantine system. Oh, and also you must have a UV light. Must have to get rid of the ick. That will help you a lot. You also have to have nori, other healthy preparations that are straight from the sea, straight from the ocean. Nothing that's man-made or anything. Nothing with no unnatural preservatives from fish. You want natural, like absolutely natural. Everything from with a lot of nutrients, a lot of protein, something to get a lot of healthy foods and preparations will get you to success. So that ends the video. Stay tuned for any more. Alright. Out.